Hello, everyone. So today we will be talking about a quite unique use case of how you can use Polkadot SDK. Our project is about social networking, social finance, content monetization, and what we have built throughout several years of building on Polkadot SDK, previously called Substrate. We built a layer for social networking, content monetization with incentives for content creators. So as of today, we have a working blockchain that works as a parachain in Polkadot. And we have several end-user applications and run on top of our blockchain. Because for end users, if something doesn't have user interface, it doesn't exist. Like end users don't care about blockchain as a product, right? For them, it's like something underneath, and if it exists, if it works, okay, fine. But they are not like end users of blockchain. The users are end users of UI interfaces, and that's why, in our case, UX and UI parts are super important, and even if we have greatest solutions for making UX good and smooth for end users, until it's implemented and users cannot use it and try, for them it doesn't exist. Well, one of the examples, we have pretty flexible module for roles and permissions. So for example, such as we're doing social networking stuff, our protocol allows you to create collaborative spaces like subreddits or groups on Telegram, and people can collaborate. But until it's integrated on UI, people don't even realize this. So that's why we sometimes changes and improvements to our custom palettes, aka modules for our chain, are driven by requirements from UX UI. So what we want to achieve, then we look, okay, let's modify our chain a little bit so that we can provide better user experience. And in this case, with our end user product called Grill, we have such characteristics that are not very typical to other blockchains that are based on smart contracts. For example, you can interact with our product not even having tokens. We can have sponsored transactions. You can even pay fees for blockchain execution also without tokens. We have alternative thing called energy system. And this is totally what is possible only with Polkadot SDK. At the same time, such as our account addresses are substrate-based, all addresses that are from Polkadot compatible, we also allow users to confirm the EVM addresses of any EVM chain, because there is such functionality that you can verify signature of EVM chain, right? And also you can log in with Web2 identities like X, previously Twitter, and Google. And in our case, we also reward people for their activity. So everything from the top level perspective looks like people are using Web2, but at the same time, product is Web3 based from the first days. And we have a Web3 based incentive system based on our native token. And this incentive system, we call it content staking. So what does it mean is that every typical activity that people do on social networking, on social apps, like post, write comments, messages in chats, follow, share, and upload content, all this can be monetized, right? So how it works in our case, to start monetizing, to start earning rewards in our token, people need to lock our native token. So this is step number one. Then once you logged, depending on the amount of your tokens, you can upload content of other people, like others' posts, comments, messages, and chats. And then so people who uploaded and authors of that content, you both receive rewards based on inflation of our token. So this is like a three-step process, very simple. Log, start uploading content you like, and you and creators receive rewards. Before we even called it active staking, because it's like staking but active. Because usually with staking, people stake and forget, kind of like lazy. And such as we are building social networking, in our case, it's super important that people are active on social networking products, right? So if you stake and forget, like it's not cool for social networking. So in our case, our model is incentivizing people to be active. If you're not active today, you will lose on your possible rewards of today. So every day, people need to make at least 10 likes on different posts, comments, messages, and chats to maximize their rewards. And today, we have some statistics of what is possible. So many content creators from Polkadot ecosystem already joined because, again, we started in Polkadot ecosystem and we are mostly well known in Polkadot ecosystem. Before, our product was called Polkaverse. Also, we had Grill Chat, and recently, like last week, we merged them into one app. Now it's called grillup.net. You can visit that site and check out. This is like our end-user product that works on top of Subsocial. So it represents what is possible to do with Subsocial. And some of the statistics is that some creators can make around $800 per month. On a single post, you can have up to like $20, and if participation is not 100% from those who are staking, as of today there are 2,000 people who are staking. If not everyone is participating in staking, then for those who participated, we apply multiplier, so that unrealized rewards from other current stakers get distributed among those who participated. So this is very cool part of this multiplier, and like from this value, about 300 plus active stakers, they receive unrealized rewards of the rest 1,700 other stakers who are not active, right? But moreover, before I mentioned that we're building protocol that is called Subsocial, it's a parachain. And we also build a few UIs. Now it's merged into one UI, but again, such as its protocol, you can have different apps on top of it. They could be super different. Like even before, when we had two apps, one was Polkaverse, more focused like blogging platform, and Grill.chat is more like chat. And now we merge them together, but again, you can get the feeling that these apps could look differently, could have different functionalities. As a few examples over here, you can have a widget to discuss any website, to have an embedded community on any Web2, Web3 site, dApp, whatever. You can build a video platform. You can build a Web3 profile when you can combine like asset management and socializing. Like you can have some social functionalities on CoinMarketCap. You can achieve with our functionality the same level of engagement like people like CoinMarketCap has on their sites, right? There are feed of posts from their community members and chat where people can discuss any token. So to have a better illustration, what does it mean is that in this case, our protocol acts like a layer that is common across many number of apps. And for example, some app can decide to show all the content that is published. Maybe it's too much because content could be super different. And at the same time, there could be different apps. Like one app could be focused on, let's say, dogs. Another app could be focused on cats. And for example, if users post cats to app with dogs, of course, app with dogs can consider it as a spam, and it can moderate, it can remove, and it will be totally fine because they're not like the platforming people. They're not moderating on global level, but they're just moderating per their concrete app because it makes a lot of sense. It's not relevant. And the opposite, if somebody posts in dogs, images, videos, whatever, to cats app, then owners or developers of Cats app are free to moderate that dog content because it's not relevant. I'm telling this about this because sometimes people say like, oh, you are decentralized social networking, you should not moderate, everyone should post whatever they want. But no, we as a protocol, we provide this right to everyone, but end user apps, they are usually focused on some topic, on some kind of content. And why they should show everything? No, they should not. And in our case, it's totally possible to moderate and control what you show on your app. So what are the benefits of using Polkadot SDK in our case, and how does it power SocialFi? Let's consider a few things that we benefit from by building on Polkadot. So first of all, Polkadot provides cross-chain functionality, right? So you don't need to reinvent the wheel, you don't need to create semi-centralized bridges, whatever. Like as of today, thanks to XM, out of the box you can have connection with other parachains. In our case, we already have open channel with two open channels, one with HydroDX, so people can swap our token to other tokens on HydroDX. And another connection is with Moonbeam, and our token is available on Stella Swap, and people can swap our token on Stella Swap on EVM chain, EVM-based chain as Moonbeam. So we already have these two connections, works perfectly well. We didn't do any big efforts to make it live, right? Another thing that is very cool and powered thanks to Polkadot is we can have this Web 2-like user experience, as I mentioned before. So in our case, people can interact with our chain without having our token. So we remove this barrier. Like usually before, when people see yet another app, like the first thing is like, you need to get our tokens. And people like, oh no, yet another token? No, I don't want this. I don't want to, I would just want to try, look around what it is before I decide if I need your token or not. So in our situation, we created such a thing like energy. And energy acts kind of like token, but it's not token. It has only one characteristic of token kind of thing, is that you can spend energy to pay fees for execution of your transactions. But actually, energy is not transferable. Energy cannot be transferred from one account to another. So to get energy, you need to burn our native token to your own account or to any other account. So you kind of can in this way sell energy to other accounts, or you can gift it to other accounts, right? So this allows you to onboard, if you're a DApp developer, it allows you to onboard many other users, and you can, for example, give them some energy and be sure that people will not be speculating on this, because energy is not transferable. It's one direction, and it can be used only as a utility to pay fees for execution of transactions. So we also combine other concept from Polkadot SDK, such as proxy accounts. And when user sign in into our app, to remove the need of having transaction confirmations, we create a hot account address that is proxy to the main account address of a user, and store this generated account on the side of a user in the local storage. And whenever people do any action like post, comment, follow, others, whatever, app uses that hot proxy account to sign silently, I mean, without asking user for confirmation. So it gives amazing user experience, and it spends energy if you have this energy on account. If you don't, it will spend native token, but with energy you can have much more transactions because there is some interesting ratio. So for example, with token you can have, let's say, thousands of transactions. With energy you can have 2,000 of transactions. Yeah, so this is how we achieve great user experience. And also by utilizing this, in combination of this linking of EVM accounts, and EVM accounts works like in this way. So we show a message to user's EVM wallet, let's say MetaMask or Talisman, I saw in this screenshot. A message like link your Subsocial address, and this is your address in hex format with nonce like that from the blockchain. And once you sign it with your EVM address, this signature sent to our chain as a non-paid transaction. And if this transaction is verified, I mean signature, then we create a simple storage map that maps your EVM account to your Substrate account. So in this way, we know which EVM account is linked to Substrate account and vice versa. And then after that, it feels like you logged in with EVM. So again, this is possible because of Polkadot SDK. And it's super cool. Like, we really love this. So another cool thing that we are doing is, as I mentioned before, one of our functionalities for end users is chatting. You can find the chat on grillup.net, and you can see a chat in the sidebar. So besides just classical simple messages or images, you can also use Web3 functionality, such as you can send tips/donations. You can link your ENS if you have. So first of all, you connect your EVM address, and if on this EVM address there is ENS, it can use it. Also, you can share NFTs. And of course, we have this incentivized functionality of our own that is like to earn, comment to earn, message to earn, and so on. So it means, like, again, in our case, we have this Web2-like user experience, but powered by Web3 from the day one. And it works pretty well. Like, sometimes people don't even realize that this is Web3. They just start using it. It works. It's amazing. So why not? And one of the bonuses is, like, imagine Polkadot forum is created on the functionalities that we provide. So forum for Web3, such a Web3 platform as a Polkadot could also be Web3. And what kind of native integrations you could have on that kind of forum. So this is just for consideration, one of the ideas. Because I remember when Polkadot forum was launched first, it was launched with this centralized technology because at that very moment it was a most suitable case in terms of UX. But now, with our achievements, UX is much better, and I think it makes a lot of sense to consider to move Polkadot forum to native Web3 social functionality because of possible integrations. It can be native, as I showed on the previous slide, to have any native functionality integrated into social, in your feed, into your chat is super easy, because we already demonstrated through various of these functionalities that we can integrate functionality of any parachain, any standalone chain on Polkadot SDK, and any functionality from any EVM chain. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. So it's time for questions if you have.
Yeah, hi, it's Peter. And so did you try to propose it actually to whoever is in charge of the forum that maybe it's a good idea to migrate it over to Web3 native solution that Subsocial provides?
Yeah, so we just made a post on Polkadot forum itself, and we just wrote about this, right? So we didn't start doing anything concrete. And what is funny is that at that moment, I didn't check it recently, but like a few weeks ago, after we posted on Polkadot forum, we received like 0 feedback. And on our product, I mean, on our own, at that moment it was called Polkaverse, now it's grillup.net. People contributed like 40 comments or something like this. Let me find. Yeah, like this here. So it's just a demonstration that what a much bigger engagement we have on our product, and I believe that it's one of the keys to this is a great user experience that people, even who not very big advanced in all this Polkadot stuff, they can easily participate like this, you see. So we just have this feedback, and I believe that on Polkadot forums there is almost nothing about this. So if you're interested, reach out to us.
Yeah. Well, personally, I think it would be really, really beneficial for Polkadot itself to be like dog fooding, you know, the work
Exactly.
being done by the parachains, right?
Yes, but I remember when I saw first time they launched a forum on just a classical centralized engine, I was like, why you didn't launch it on Subsocial? But it was like 1 year ago or even more. And the response was like, we want a great user experience right now, right here, immediately. And maybe like Subsocial can have potential, but still you have some requirements that you need to have. Extension for Polkadot, and at that moment, yes, we required it. But now we solved a lot of barriers, so people can sign in even with Gmail, X, and at that moment we also had confirmation models. Now we don't have because of using proxy addresses. At that moment people needed our tokens. Now we can sponsor with them. So a lot of things solved since that time, and that's why I'm saying like at this moment it makes sense to reconsider. Plus, in our case, we have a lot of Polkadot activists on our platform again.
Yep. All right. Thank you. Like, we'll definitely try to support it as well.
Good. Thanks. Yeah. By the way, this is UI because I just realized that I went through slides and I didn't show you anything, and I'm not sure if you had the chance to open it on your mobile or laptop. So, but this is how chat part looks like. So let's say you can go to memes, and you can put like over here. Like I made it yesterday. For example, you just click here. That's it. No confirmations. And the guy yesterday received like this reward. So, and also, what is the cool part is that we also have a leaderboard. So it, from one side, it's even kind of like gamify, right? Because people are gamified by competition over here. We have a part for stakers. So stakers is who logged our tokens and go and upload posts, comments, and messages. So this column is here, right? And we have like a few hundred active participants. And we have also a column for content creators. Content creators, it's anyone who write posts, comment, messages in chats, and so on, right? And they're competing, like, and they have a lot of fun. Here you can even see on the third place Filippo from Web3 Foundation. He posts a lot of good, high-quality content and have very good engagement. Just like recently, he reached 500 followers, and but it's very, very highly engaged followers, not like 500, but 5 people participating. No, like tens of people actively commenting on his what is he creating. I mean, content.
Hello, I'm Paul from Polkadoters. We are also content creators on Grill app.
Nice.
And I wanted to ask about the token, the sub token. Okay, you said it's used for like paying the transaction fees and for staking and as a reward for creators.
Yes.
But the rewards for content creators makes kind of a sell pressure from the tokenomics point of view that they get tokens, they can stake it or they can sell it. But is there any utility for the token itself on the opposite way to have like a buy pressure for it as well?
So I will not comment on buy-sell side because of legal game that we need to play. But I will comment on utility. So we are thinking about providing packages of energy so that people can buy energy. And energy is not speculative at all because it's unidirectional. So you buy either for yourself or for any other account. So it's just one direction. And then people can spend it only on utility. So we're planning to package energy into these packages, like let's say package of 100 transactions per month, 1,000, 10,000, whatsoever. It's one thing. Second, we want to increase fees a little bit. So one of the ideas is that on Subsocial you can have spaces like your space. Spaces like for those who are not familiar with our terminology is like a blog on Medium or like a page on Twitter or like channel on YouTube. It's a space in our situation, and usually people have just one space, their own personal. But if a person or group of people are active content creators, they may have several spaces. So one of the ideas is that let first space be super cheap and other more expensive, right? Then we can increase requirements, fees for creating posts, because now everything is so cheap that because we wanted to make it super affordable. But once we see that people are getting some good rewards, we can look at what is the typical good amount of reward and make requirements that to make a post is, let's say, 1/10 of this average good reward. Let's say if average good reward is, just for example, 100 sub, we can make requirements that to make a post which you want to be able to be monetized is cost 10 sub. But if you want just to write random post and don't want it to be able to monetize, it will cost 1 sub. So in this way, that part of content creators that are pretty sure in their capabilities to create good content, good engagement, like Filippo, like why not? Filippo even complained, like, guys, your transactions are so cheap, it's like embarrassing cheap. It should be more expensive. Like, what are you doing? Like that. So it's just a few ideas. Of course, there could be much more, but one of the tricky part is that from one side, we want to make it super accessible for people, because when new people join, like, they don't used to spend something for social networking, for creating content. But in our case, it's not like just social networking. It's more like content monetization. And for a possibility, for a chance to earn something, usually people in this life, they need to spend something, right? Thank you.